Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. This is Oxhorn again, and welcome to part 2 of me building the Warwick Homestead. I did a live stream about this yesterday, and it was pretty successful. Many of you enjoyed watching me build this, and you enjoyed hearing my thoughts as I went through the build process. So, since my goal is to get this settlement done tonight, so that I can release a video about it tomorrow, I figured I'd bring you on over again today with me to work on the homestead. 109 Zombie says hi. Hello there, 109 Zombie. Beach Supply Market says hello, Oxhorn. Hi there, pleasure to have you on the program. Mini Trot is back in the chat. Good to see you again. Mini Trot, the beast with many names is here. Adalberto Mendia is here. Ziggy Dakota Rain is here. And then on Twitch, we've got King Demonzer and Arctic Wolf. Pleasure to have you all on the chat. I forgot to tell everyone on Discord that I'm streaming right now. Let me tell them. Alright, now they all know. Also, I made some major changes with the settings on my streaming software to try and reduce the weird crash to desktop that we enjoyed yesterday. That was a very strange glitch. If you go back and re-watch my episode from yesterday, I crashed to desktop twice while working on this settlement, which was very bizarre. Never happened to me before. So, I changed some settings to try to avoid that, and things seem to be running pretty smoothly. So, just keep reminding me to save often. What are you building today, asks Arctic Wolf. I'm back at the Warwick Homestead. I really want to get this settlement done, but I'm doing something different. So, yesterday I focused on... Well, I started to work on those buildings over there, and then I got a crash to desktop. So, that was so disheartening that I gave up. And instead, I switched to this marketplace. I built out this marketplace, and then I built this wall, and then my defenses stacked up over there. But let me show you some of what I did while you guys were gone, because I worked a little bit on this last night after the broadcast. So first up, I fixed this guard post. Now the settler actually stands here. And I'm not sure why she wasn't standing there before. I raised it up a little bit, and it seems to work pretty well now. Over in the marketplace, I used the OC decorator, OC dispenser to decorate the inside. So I decorated up many of these shelves, and then these shops over here I decorated with a variety of things. I really enjoyed the trading post that I put together here. It's got an alarm clock, a camera, a photograph, and of course a fan and a globe. Made it look really nice. I put some chems out here over on the clinic ghoul, and then I put some clothing on the armor racks and bedecked these racks with a whole bunch of armor. So I got attacked by raiders, and so I figured I'd take advantage of the opportunity. I looted all of their armor. I used the OC dispenser to make it a static object, and then I just decorated up this shop with armor from that raid. So I am monitoring my CPU usage, and even though I purchased an i7 CPU, according to my stats here, it's using 100% of the CPU. So maybe that has something to do with the random crashes from earlier. Gosh, I hope not. Go to your Pip-Boy map, says Darogon. Sure, yeah, let me show you where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at. This is the Warwick Homestead. Let me zoom out. You can see it's right here. There's Spectacle Island. There's the castle. And there's the Warwick Homestead. That's what I'm working on today. Grey Lens Man is in the chat and says, evening, Ox and Chatters. The Bancy Fadger's on Discord and says, cheers, mate. Glad to have you on the program, good Bancy Fadger. Aglazed says, hey, I loved your videos on YouTube. Gave me lots of ideas. Well, I hope to give you lots of ideas today. Let me continue showing you what I built last night while you guys were gone. I managed to finish the 2 buildings that are hovering on top of the water treatment tubs. that I wanted. So one of my reasons for building these two buildings on top of the water treatment tubs is because the water treatment facility takes up such a huge amount of real estate in this settlement that I needed a place for homes. And so what I did in a change of strategy from yesterday is I didn't use quite as much scaffolding to support the structure, and yet I still find it to be convincing. So this is the primary structure, and instead of having some scaffolding under every single square, I kind of staggered it. So it's one square has one, the next one doesn't, the next one does, the next one doesn't. In that way, I saved resources, and my FPS is going to be better in this settlement. Plus, I still think it looks rather convincing. It looks like the scaffolding really would hold up this rather large structure. Oh, man! Jetpack fails. Come on, get me out. There we go. So, this is the first building, and I'll give you a tour of the inside here in a minute, but I decided to make this the primary home, and I split it into two different levels. So let's take a tour of the inside. King Demonzer says, Oxhorn, in your Vim video, where do you find aster? I can't find it. Well, if you go to the Vim bottling plant, they actually have some aster sitting on the chemistry stations at the very top in the workshop area where Iris produced the recipe for the Captain's Blend. All right, so here we are. This is floor number 1, and it was really tricky to try and figure out a way to get this to work, but I managed to do it. I've sparsely decorated it. I've got 18 beds on the lower level here, and then I just have some random seating up in here. And as you can see, settlers do path to this area really well. Then round back here, I've got a back door that leads up here, because this is where I plan on not only placing my fusion generator, but also my artillery cannon when I get around to building it. Then, in the middle of the hallway here, I've got a ladder that leads up to floor 2, and floor 2 uses a combination of the workshop and Far Harbor barn tile set to produce this nice little bedroom area. I've got a bed for every single settler. The rugs up here are more colorful than the rugs downstairs. And I decided to have a more colorful theme for up here because I opened up this wall with a whole bunch of windows, because that is actually a view of downtown Boston. If the weather were a little bit clearer, if it were more clear, you'd be able to see downtown Boston really well from up here. So I've got some seating up here. I need to put some storage. That's a major project for that. But then over in here, I've got the second structure, and this is going to be the primary dining hall right there. Upstairs is going to be the kitchen. And in here is going to be the bathroom facility. So that's what this structure is going to be used for. And I made it a little different than the other building. This is actually one long hall. It's a multi-story hall. I used the regular vanilla textures and tile sets for the first floor, and then a combination of the Far Harbor barn and workshop metal tile set for the second floor. The Space Wizard says, I remember Oxhorn's old machinimas. Dr. Professor Evil was my favorite. I really enjoyed him too. I particularly enjoyed doing the voice. Mon ami! That was Mr. Evil's old voice. For all of you old school Oxhorn fans, you'll remember what that voice sounded like. But what I want to do with this broadcast is I not only have to decorate the interior of those buildings, but I also want to extend this dock system. Because one of the original goals that I wanted to have was to have the dock come in here to where this marketplace was, because I figured that's going to be one of the primary reasons for having people come here by boat, right? Why would you come to the Warwick Homestead? Well, probably, I mean, maybe they've got some food that you want, but primarily to check out their wares. Maybe they've got a shop that no one else has. I already have a trading post over here, and then Trash Can Carla and Cricket are going to come there. Bathroom above dining room, great idea, in quotes, says some guy with Hebrew text. Why is that a bad idea? I've been to many houses that have had bathrooms above dining rooms. I mean, unless you think there's going to be some catastrophe and the bathroom will fall into the dining room. But come on. We're all really good carpenters here at the Warwick Homestead. What makes you think that we're going to allow something like that to happen? Anyway, so what I'm thinking of doing is maybe building a boardwalk into this marshy area that connects to the dock over here so that people can come over here with their boats, hitch up, and then walk along the boardwalk to the shops without having to go through the farm. So, first things first, let's light our cigar. DHunt420 says, "What's up, Oxhorn? How are you doing tonight?" I am doing really well, and I'm glad that you're on the program today. Evil Taco says he's been streaming a lot recently. It's lovely. You, sir, are lovely for coming to the stream. All of you are lovely. You are all my little lovelies. Not to quote Lady Gaga. What does she say? Monsters. That's what it is. There we go. Build a boat, says Nathan Grant. Actually, you reminded me. Redneck War Thread says, "I love your build videos. It helps me with ideas." Thank you very much. Anyway, you reminded me. I actually wanted to generate a boat over here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. But first, let's make sure that these pillars look good. I think they're a little too high. So, give me just a second here. I'm going to pop open my workshop. Hopefully that doesn't tank my frame rates. I'm going to set that over there for now. I'm going to turn off the surface snap, turn off object snap, and then just push that down. Let's turn back on surface snap. Bingo. Now, that's the green line, so it's going to be really hard to build a boardwalk over there, but let's see, how close can I get before I get knocked out of workshop mode? Well, tell you what, let's just start. Rush in here, push it down, and rush out. Okay. Looks like it needs to go down just a little bit more. And rush back. Alright. Then let's turn object snap back on, hop in the water, and really quickly, bingo! Back to the build zone. And we didn't get booted. Okay, now to generate a boat. And so I leave anyway. Well, it's not like we needed. So what I do sometimes to get objects into my settlements that I actually don't have a mod for is I'll open up the console and go help boat 4 and just search the game. Far Harbor boat exit, exterior cells, stat, boat controls, rowboat rudder. Should I do a stat, other forms? Swan's boat fragments, boat controls, boathouse safe key, rowboat rudder, and then a boat. And then you go, alright, let's find one. Pardon me. So I found one that I think I want. I'm going to go player, place at me, 06043B0C. See what happens. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a Nuka World boat. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want a Nuka World boat. Let's see if I can scrap it. Nope, and I can't even select it. So what we're going to do is we're going to disable it, enable it, and then go mark for delete. Because when you disable something, it doesn't permanently get rid of it. But doing mark for delete does. I disabled it just to make sure I had the right thing selected. Alright, so let's scroll back up. What else did we get? We got... But, you know what? That second one is also from the Nuka World DLC because it starts with 06, which is where my Nuka World is installed in my load order. And I don't want just a regular boat. So let's try help ship 4. Shipping crate. Ship terminal. Shipment. So it's going to be a stat, which is short for static object. Let's go help ship 4 stat. And we get a bunch of shipping crates. Help ship 4... No, help boat 4 stat. We just get rowboats. Well, what else would it be? If it's not a ship and it's not a boat... You know that green tugboat looking thing? You'll see it in the water all the time. I'd love to generate one of those and have it by my dock here, instead of simply being relegated to a rowboat. Let's try help row tugboat. No, because if it had boat in it, it would have showed up. Help tug 4 stat. Nothing. Well, let's just go with the rowboat. Player, place at me. Since it's all that's available, 000A0 F1D. There it is. Now, because I summoned that on the inside of this settlement, I should be able to select it. Yep. Alright, so the rowboat comes in from there. How's it looking? It's got water on the inside, but what are you going to do, right? Alright, now we need the rowboat rudder. Try vessel. Or fishing boat. Those are both good ideas. Help vessel 4 stat. Nope. Help fishing 4 stat. Fishing rod. That's the only one. Help boat 4 stat. Alright, let's get that rudder. Player.place at me 0008 or A0F1E. There's the rudder. Alright. Let's go ahead and hop into settlement build mode. Did I misspell vessel? Thanks for keeping me honest. Oh, at least I got it placed. There's the rudder. All right, let me try vessel again. Help. How do you spell vessel? Two S's, 1 L. Trawler. Help. Vessel 4 stat. Still nothing. Help. Trawler. Trawler 4 stat. I didn't have high hopes for that one. I could do a submarine. I wonder if I could summon a submarine here. Okay. Looking good. So, I want to build a boardwalk that goes down there and meets over here. I'd love if I could connect these somehow. Alright, I'm getting a whole bunch of reference IDs from the fans watching the program right now. Let's try it out, see what happens. Player, place at me 0056. What are you guys going to give me? B7. B. Alright, what is this? Compiled script not saved. Invalid object. 00. Did I do it right? Oh, I missed a 0. 00056 B7B. Compiled script not saved. 000 56 B7B. So that one doesn't work. All right, let's try something else. Everybody is spamming the same number. So let's try 000 452 F7. Bobkiss! Come on, guys. What is this? You're not giving me the correct. Make sure it's the make sure it's the correct ID. 00545 000 452 F7. Yeah. It needs to be the parameter object ID, not necessarily the reference ID. Anyway. Looks like you've got some windows to activate soon, says Big Sex 2. Yeah, when I built my new computer, I moved my operating system to a completely new hard drive, and then I installed a new motherboard, and ever since then, I've been getting this message that says, activate Windows. And I've already paid $150, and I don't need that. You can ignore the zeros at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I know I can, but even if I have them, it's not going to ruin things. 452F7. 452F7. Player, place at me. Compiled script not saved. So it still doesn't work. Crazy65 says, Oxhorn, are you still writing books? I haven't built one. I'm sorry, I haven't written one since my last one. I really, really love writing. And I wrote a novel called The Tale of Cloran Hastings, which has been selling decently. I've got it linked to in the description of every video that I make, in case you're curious. But I haven't written a book since that one, because this takes up a whole lot of my time. All right, Boardwalk. Oh, I must have grabbed the wrong one. Sweet, I think I can do this. This might work. Still trying to get over that cold that I told you about yesterday, man. I loved your Vim video, says D. Hale. Thanks so much. I published, so for those who don't know, I published a video on the history to Vim this morning, which was a whole lot of fun to put together. And my goal is to get a video on the Warwick Homestead done in time for tomorrow morning. So that's why I'm working on this so feverishly, because I got to get this done. If I don't get it done tonight, I won't have a video in time for tomorrow, and I have got to have a video in time for tomorrow. It's tough getting a video done every single day. I'll tell you that. There's a reason this is now my full-time job, because trying to get a new video done every single day was just impossible to do when I also had a full-time job. So, this is what I do now. Alright, so the boardwalk is coming nicely. Ooh, I like it. It's looking good. Dunuka Colas is the cool guy. Yeah, it's on my list. There are a lot of companies in Fallout 4 that I would love to do videos on. Okay, it looks like I overshot things a bit. I need to come this way now. Alright, let's try something. I don't want things to look too symmetrical. So I'm happy if the boards overlap just a little bit. Everyone's telling me to save. Save, save, thank you. After yesterday, I learned my lesson, ladies and gentlemen, after yesterday. That was terrible. All right, how are we looking? Thanks for the tip on pressing F5 to exit the auto exit. It still worked. It still auto-exited me. Alright, so I've got my boardwalk coming from the dock. It comes over here. I need to extend this out by 1 or 2 more and then build a stairway or a ladder system. That's probably my best bet, huh? Alright. Let's get back at it. Okay, now let's get ourselves a ladder of some sort. How does that look? Oh! Oh! It's beauty! It's beautiful! It is wonder! It is delight! I'm pleased with it. It looks rickety. It looks scratch-built. But it looks functional. Alright, I should go save. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know having dead air is a sin when it comes to television, but I need to get more water. I'm parched. So I'm going to leave you alone for a minute in my Fallout 4 world. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Well, so, what's it like to have the host get up and leave right in the middle of a broadcast? But this gave you guys an opportunity to spy on my settlers. Are any of them alive? Do any of them have souls? Did they try to talk to you while I was AFK? Alright. Where was I? You know what I need? I need some sort of railing. Maybe not everywhere, but certainly along here. And then, should I have railing around this boardwalk? Because this is quite a long boardwalk. Should I extend it? Should I make it double wide? Or should it stay that thin? Well, let's see. Why does it do that every time? Let's go to miscellaneous. Let's get ourselves some good old railing. And then that's not going to want to stick. That's not going to want to stick. It's a trick with the place anywhere mod. If you actually want to place something outside the bounds of your settlement, you got to place it within the bounds of your settlement first, then walk outside of the bounds, and within those 5 seconds, you can place it. And then one more. Bingo. Look at that. Oh man, it's beautiful. It is beautiful to behold. Okay, so I need to put this, I'm going to turn off object snap for now, just so that I can get this correctly, since it's not going to want to snap where I want it to snap. Let's twist it just a bit. There we go. Incidentally, this is very similar to the same technology that Bethesda uses themselves to build theirs. They use the creation kit, and they're not bound by snap points and all of that, so they just kind of push wood into other wood. If you take a look at some of the actual buildings they've created, they look very similar to this. So, in this way, we've got our marketplace over here connected to our pier, right along this path. I like it. Beautiful. All right, so let's see. I've got a list of things that I need to build. I need to reorganize the farm. I need to finishing touches on the pier, showers and bathrooms, recreation and living. Let's see, my recreation and living quarters is going to be right here. I'm going to turn this into like a little living room or rec room. I need to build the artillery cannon over on there, dining room and kitchen. All right, so this is going to be the main dining hall. Let's go ahead and, gosh, you know, this is really large for a dining hall. Maybe I could have the dining hall on one end. See, it is working. I love how the settlers are completely traversing this entire thing. It works. I love the sandboxing. You should make that boardwalk double wide, says Arble. Yeah, you're probably right. Don't forget the giant cigar. Oh! Ha ha ha! Thank you. I could have a living room, and then I could have like an exercise room. So this down here could be the exercise room, maybe? No, but I mean, all the settlers have to walk through this to get out. It would be weird to have this be the exercise room, don't you think? Well, let's see. So I originally intended this dividing right here. I wanted this to be the bathroom. And a viewer of my program yesterday had a really good idea, and that was to have water cascading out of the bathroom, which I think is brilliant. I think it's brilliant. Let's actually do that right now. Balthazar says, hey, Oxford, do you have a checklist you go through designing settlements? If so, could you share it with us? Yeah, I mean, all of my settlements have some of the basics. A bed for every settler, a living room, a dining room. The living room can sometimes co-op as like a rec room or entertainment room. Kitchen. Kitchen and larder are usually kind of shared spaces, but sometimes I separate them out. And then a marketplace. Those are really the main ones. Defense. Oh, laundry. I almost forgot. Laundry. I need a laundry facility. Maybe that's what I could split it into. I could have a dining room and then a laundry facility and clothing storage. Laundry/clothing storage. The kitchen and larder, which I already talked about. Okay, let's go to build your own pool. Wonderful mod, by the way. And that's going to be in decorations or furniture. Where is build your own pool? Where did I put it? There's the relaxation marker. Okay, so it doesn't have its own tile navigation. That's what I thought. Okay, here it is. Waterfall marker 128 by 512. Here's 128 by 1500. Save, 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 save. All aboard the save train. Thank you. Ah, thanks for reminding me. There it is. Okay, let's place it just to see which direction it comes from. I believe it comes from that direction. Nope, I was wrong. It goes the other way. All right. So where should we put this? This is so ridiculous, but I love it. Should we put it right there? Oh no, and it goes right in. No, we don't want that. Let's pump it up and push it out. Ooh. It doesn't quite align with the marker, does it? Raise it up even more. Alright, we're getting there. It's falling on down into the right spot. Or maybe I should have it on this side. Maybe I should have both. That one looks fake. Yeah, that doesn't look good. There we go. So silly. What am I doing? Uh, Alright, let's make a splash marker here. Waterfall splash marker large or waterfall splash marker medium? Probably medium, I think, right? Let's make sure it's above the water line. Oh, beautiful! I lined that up almost perfectly. Almost perfectly. Let's fix that. There we go. Oh no, it's going outside. Ah, we can't have that. What are we? Philistines? Okay, so this needs to go out. This needs to go back. It's hitting the right spot, but... Oh, it's too short! Alright, so we'll bring it down. No, Nordhagen Beach. It's too short. Dang it. Doggone it all. And a bucket of curly fries. But why is it not too short over here? Come on, lady, move. Ah. Why is that not too short? Oh, I used the fake looking one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That's why. Because it's longer. Well, let's put down a water marker here. Nordhagen is feeling ignored and wants your attention. That's very true. I need to go defend it, or else I will lose. Almost got it. I just want to get this done first. Almost. It's the little details like this that just eat up your time. There we go. Oh, almost. Close enough. But now there's still this one, which is going to bother me. It's going to bug me. It doesn't actually meet the water. You know what? Maybe I'll just only have one for now. I'm considering having two later. Alright. Let's save and go defend Nordhagen Beach. Here we go. Nice thing is I probably won't have to do anything. Yeah, let's just stand here. Whoa! Oh man, it was a horror show. And the horror show is over. Let's loot. Loot, loot, loot. Turret's doing okay? Oh, 2 of them are down. Alright, let's fix that. Whoops, I just scrapped it. My bad. This is on my short list of settlements to fix up as well. Alright, let's see this one. Any of my turrets. Those are all looking good. Any more bodies? Yep, a few. There's one in town. Oh, already got that one. Alright, Nordhagen is safe for another day, but as you can see, the settlement is not very attractive. I need to put a lot of work into it. It's on my list. It's on my list. Let's save. And head back to the Warwick Homestead. I finally get to see you live, says Spunster. Well, Spunster, it's just a pleasure to have you on the program. Thanks for showing up. Why can't I... Why am I having problems with that today? Vault 13 says, Oxhorn, could you do a vid about Exo-1 power armor being pre or post-war? Yeah, I've actually had a couple of requests about that topic, so I'll explore the lore and try and figure it out for you guys. Jet fuel has worn off. Let's get some more jet fuel going. Okay, let's see here. Pipes. That will sell the illusion. These pipes work just like the water pumps, these things, that came with the vanilla Fallout 4. They only produce 2 water instead of 3. But they look like actual pipes. This is from a mod called Commonwealth Waterworks. But you know what? These are too short. Oh, these are too short. Too short, oh man. Too short. Oh, bummer. And I had this big strategy of having pipes. Too short. Blast. Blast it all to tarnation in a handbag. Alright, this is going to be a very large room to decorate, so I think I need to divide it in half. Make one the formal dining room and make one a laundry facility. Okay, so here's how I want to do this. Since I decided to use the vanilla walls textures for this section, I'm a little bit boned. Especially since I had to do some hacky stuff to get this to work. But I think we can just use the precise movement and rotation tool, or the place anywhere mod, which is what I'm actually using, to get this to work anyway. Yes, it's hacky. but it works. Let's see what it looks like upstairs. Does it poke through? And it doesn't poke through. Ah, I'm so happy. Then we can just snap another wall beside that, like that one. And it looks good. Could be worse, right? Oh, not bad at all. Great. So this is actually going to be a very large dining room, and this can be a laundry facility set / sink station and clothing storage. But let's do our big formal dining room first. Too small. There we go. Alright, I got 36 settlers. How many tables am I going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4. This can seat 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That can seat 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I really need 4 of those. That's a lot of seats. You know what? I don't have to make it perfect, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just move this over. Let's see. What's my dividing line? That's the line between the two. Let's move this back until it hits my back. And then I'll just line it up with the line there. There we go. And then this one can go in the middle. And then we'll do one more of those big ones. Well, I probably have room for one of these smaller ones, too. That's a whole lot of seating. But you know what? I have 36 settlers. It's kind of important. Oh, that's right. So I pushed the edge of this building through the build area, so this is going to be tricky to build in. See, I'm outside of the building mode. The buildable area. Alright, then my tip is to just get the tables decorated first and then place the chairs. But first let's get some rugs in here because we need some rugs. Let's use some muted tones because this is a formal dining room. It doesn't need to be too fancy. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Alright, let's see what we have in our repertoire for food. Live, love, save, says Anonymous One. Good call. It's funny, as I'm building the settlement, I can feel my FPS getting worse. Alright, let's find some pre-made food for us. Here we go. Cereal. And then let's stagger them a bit. Would they eat out of a saucepan? Probably not. Tea time. Well, those will be good kitchen decorations. Here we go. Noodle bowl. Let's place this other noodle bowl down over there. Cafeteria tray. There's another cafeteria tray. More tea. Here's a bowl of vegetables. Maybe we got some sort of vegetarian. Here's another bowl of vegetables. Crazy, I know, but hey, it's the post-apocalypse. Who knows? All right, now let's go to save. Save. Now let's go to OC Decorator. Let's get ourselves some plates. If I have enough plates left. I've been plowing through all of my settlement decorations. One. There we go. Looks like we're going dirty red. I've got 113 of those. Dirty red it is. Well, I might as well use the other ones up. Since they're here... Oh, I've got a lot of cafeteria trays. Well, I don't want to go overboard. A few Institute trays, plates. Oh, look, a Far Harbor plastic plate. These are nice. A silver plate. I have 80 silver plates. How did I get so many silver plates? And then let's go to yellow trimmed plates. Let's move this over a smidge. White plate. And then finish off with red dirty plates. Alright, how many places does that give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We need one more on the end here to get 25. So I don't have 36 places set, but you know what? I'm sure not all 36 settlers will be eating at exactly the same time. Who knows, maybe some of them eat in bed, or maybe I'll have some other areas set out. That's right, I have those eating areas set out by the bars. Alright, let's start laying down some meat. We've got some cooked soft shell Mirelurk. Let's skip the squirrel bits because that sounds gross. Deathclaw egg, that sounds better. Deathclaw steak. Ugh. Here's some grilled hermit crab. Let's put some grilled radroach in there. Oh yeah. Got ourselves some rad stag. Oh man, let's give this guy some gulper slurry. Nothing says yum like some gulper slurry. Now these iguana on a stick are small. Why is it? Let's give him 2. Mirelurk cake. Mmm. Mirelurk omelet. Oh my gosh. It's huge. So huge it's clipping with the plate. Can't even tell the plate's there. We got ourselves a Mirelurk queen steak. Mole rat chunks. Mutant hound chops. And some poached angler. Oh my gosh, that's too big. Let's just do... How about some rad scorpion? Yeah. Alright. Now we need some silverware. Plastic forks. Let's go through our plastic forks first. 1. 2. 3. 1. 2. Let's see. 3. Alright, no more plastic forks. Let's go through our 19 silver forks. Wow, we got a lot of silver. 1. Do you use forks to eat fruit? Well, let's assume that he's not a barbarian. Here, he's using a fork to eat fruit. I don't know because I don't eat fruit. So that's why I'm asking. It's a legitimate question. Don't hate. Oh man, you can't eat gulper slurry with a fork? Where's our spoons? Oh man. Spoons. There is no spoons. Alright. Yeah, let's just say that he uses a fork for those. Fork. Let's give this guy a knife, too. Living the life of luxury. Alright, let's see. We've got one more here. This guy is having soup, so he needs a spoon. Now we just need beverages. Let's put a thing of bourbon down on the middle of the table here. Each table should have some sort of hard liquor. Got some Bobrov's Best Moonshine there. And let's get some beer for most of these. You can have a beer. 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 We're the Minutemen. We understand the need of alcohol. Plus, we all love robots. And as we all know, booze fuels a robot's fuel cells. I mean, this guy's going to have coffee and booze. Maybe he could drink his coffee with his booze. And this poor guy with the big bowl of fruit. I feel sorry for him. Let's give him 2 beers. There. Gulper slurry. This guy's having cereal. He's already got his milk. But when he's out of milk, he can wash it down with some beer. Oh man, it's looking good. We have ourselves some set tables, ladies and gents. Now we just need some chairs. I swear. The formal dining rooms is what takes up probably 20 FPS in each of my settlements. They're so detailed. Oxhorn, have you tried survival mode? Says Vault 13. Yes, I have one survival character, and he's young. He's only level, like... He's at... He's on his way to get Nick Valentine. That's where he is in the quest line. Maybe I'll do a live stream sometime with him. Save! Everyone's telling me to save. Did I save? I forget. Did I save? Let's save again. Alright, let's put some chairs down. Now, since this is the post-apocalypse, they're all not going to have the exact same kind of chair. Because that would be unrealistic. So, he gets an orange chair. He gets a wooden office chair. He gets a dirty teal chair. And he gets a wooden chair. This guy gets a fold-out chair. Let's spread these out a bit. This guy... Oh, that's a big chair. Yeah. The problem with that one is I don't know which way is back. And then there are all these wonderful chairs that came with Vault-Tec Workshop. White. Pink. Salmon. Oh man, I'm feeling it. Oh. Orange. Yellow. Green. Purple. Pink, that one just looks like it's missing a texture. It's an office chair. Another teal chair. And that's all the chairs, so let's go back to the beginning and try this again. Wooden chair. Dirty chair. Orange chair. Oh! And I'm outside of the workshop build mode. Office chair. Another office chair. That's a bit big. Folding chair. I think that does it. You enjoying your meal there of Gulper Slurry, oh Settler? How's that bowl of fruit going, you veggie? Okay, we're good. So that's the formal dining room. This is going to be the laundry facility. So let's first build a laundry machine. Alright, so it is not unheard of that the people of the Commonwealth would find working laundry machines and be able to fix them up. I figure if Sturgis can build a working teleportation device just with a few pieces of wire and duct tape, that you can rebuild a working laundry facility. So, a couple of things. I need some... Here's some pre-soak bins. Yeah, let's do some laundry sinks. Right, now we need to decorate some shelving units. So let's go to decorations, actually furniture. Do it yourself. And what would be a good laundry shelf? Probably these right there. Oh, they won't stack side by side, will they? Not enough room. There we go, that works. Okay, let's see. What would look good in a laundry room? Clothes, obviously. Not food. There's some Institute gloves. Who knows? Maybe we're using those. Chemicals and components. Okay. Duffel bags. There you go. There we go. Looks pretty doggone good. Now, let's see. There's one doodad that I want to put down here, because it would look really good in here. Containers. Here it is. Let's put an ironing board beneath the stairs. Sweet. Plenty of room for them to walk through the building. Can come over here and they can launder their clothes. Big facility for everybody who lives here. And when it's dinner time, they can come on into the formal dining room and have a seat. And my frame rates are dead. Let's save. Let's, I want to see exactly what my FPS is, so let's... Alright, 63... Ooh, 20... No, 30... 33... 24... Look, okay, 33... 28... 34, 40. Okay, not bad. Not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is still in its 30s. And if I look this way, I'm down to 27. Could be worse. Okay, this is the kitchen and this is the bathroom. Let's do the kitchen first. Let's find ourselves a cooking stove. Oh man, and I'm running low on steel. Let's see if there are any weapons in our workbench here that we can scrap for steel. Nope. Oh man, I'm running low on steel. Well, at least it gives me enough to build my range. I like that kitchen stove. Okay, let's put the kitchen stove there. Actually, maybe right there. Okay. And then let's see if I have any decorations that come with food on them. There's a nice fridge. I like this fridge. Okay, we've got some tables that are decorated here. Looks like the steel is really going to be a problem for me. So I may need to end the broadcast and go get some steel before I can continue. But let's manage our settlers here. Alright, manage settlers. Let's take a look at what they're all doing. I should only have 6 assigned to food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so they're all assigned correctly. I want to reorganize my crops here because this is taking up a lot of space. But what would I use this space for? I need to build a bar. That much is true. Let's see. I've got this all set up. How much steel would I need to use the thematic and practical? Yeah, that all requires steel, so I can't do that. Maybe I just need to line these up a little better. Looks a little better. There, now I can actually walk through it. Looking good. Now, one of the things that's frustrating is I wanted to keep this interior section for the Warwicks only, but some of these beds I can't actually scrap. Some of these beds belonged to Bill Sutton. Joe Nietzsche says, wait, does lining up crops help something other than its appearance? No, no. That's just me being OCD. But I can't move these beds. I know there's some sort of rug glitch that I could use, but I don't know what it is, so I can't move them. I will get rid of some of these because I'm creating a lot other loungy areas than just the ones in here, and I'm getting some steel. Cool. So I don't want all of my settlers hanging out here. This is okay. I'm probably going to move this TV. And that. And I'll keep that one. That looks good. There. This is like an animation marker over here, and they ignore chairs. So I won't be putting any chairs down there. We're making progress, ladies and gentlemen. We're making progress. Well, alright, let's save. Should I end the broadcast, go get steel, come back, or should I bring you with me? That's what I think I'll do. I think I'll bring you with me while I get some steel. And then finish the settlement offline and then show it to you tomorrow in tomorrow's video. So let's find a dungeon. Cleared, cleared. What would be a good dungeon? Cleared. Vault 95? It's been a while since I've been to Vault 95. Let's go to Vault 95. So I have some perks that allow me to sorry, business time. Anyway, I have some perks that allow me to fast travel even when I'm fully encumbered, so I should be able to get a full load and fast travel back. I'm not going to worry about the armor because armor doesn't scrap for very well. For very much. This guy had 6 laser rifles on him. Already getting a lot of weapons. So I think this is going to be a successful haul, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I've been to this dungeon, so I should get quite a lot of steel. Well, there we go. Whoa, the elevator. Had me jumping between 80 and 20 frame rates. Or FPS. There we go. Right.
What?
Someone's moving around. Here we go. Gosh, each of these guys is dropping with like 3 or 4 different weapons on them.
What the? Who?
Whoops. Okay. Oh, that's right. Surgical trays probably have steel, or do they have aluminum? Bucket.
Who's there?
Bucket. Tin cans. Screwdriver. And I'm already encumbered. It's okay. Sandman kill. Wow, lots of pots and pans and all sorts of stuff. Holy cow, the coffee cups. You ever want ceramic, come down here. Looks like the first aid doesn't respawn. Lots of surgical trays. This is where I was. I come on up here. Alright, so that wing is clear. And the center wing is clear. I need to go downstairs and then through the left wing, and then that should finish this dungeon. I know you're in there. Okay. Now for the purpose I'm here for. I hear someone moving around. So make sure I looted all the bodies in here first.
What the? What?
Someone's walking around really close.
Who's there?
Here we go.
Hey.
Sweet. Sweet Caroline. Okay, let's see if there's anything else around this room. Lots of tin cans. That's going to give me plenty of metal. And looks like there are a few guns on the ground that I forgot to loot the last time I came through here. So they're still stuck around. Making a good trip of this place. Whoa. Ah! Oh, man. There we go. Each of these has so many weapons on them. Look at all these guns. Oh, that's right. I got encumbered last time I was here. Well, that means I can scrap all these. Okay, we're almost done with this dungeon. And we can go back and see what we got. Alright, let's see. Those are rare. Gotta take those. Alright, and then I believe there's a downstairs basement area. Oh man, I can't get down there. So we should go down to the basement and then that should be the rest of it. Oh. Did I get them all? Yep. Tin can, and then around the corner, and then that should bring us back here, which leads on up. This is great. When I get encumbered, I can have a smoke break. How about that? Harry Wolf says, hey, get back to your settlement, Oxhorn. What are you doing? I'm getting steel. I completely ran out of steel. So now I've got to go downstairs. Get more steel. Oh, they see me now. It's too late. I managed to find a dungeon that I haven't cleared in a long time, which is going to give me great access to a whole bunch of weapons. Which is going to help. Tin cans. Get all these tin cans. Did I loot that one? I did. Oh look, another gun. Another gun. Pipe pistol. Ball peen hammer. Purified water. Sweet. Okay, and then up through here, and this should complete the circuit. And then when done, I can go back to my settlement. Let's see, is there anything over here? Nope. Although now I might get stuck. There we go. That completes it. Is this the other way down? Yeah, that's the other way down. Alright, let's head back to the Warwick Homestead and find out how much we earned. That's a pretty thorough scrub of this entire settlement. I mean, not a perfect scrub. I didn't take all the time in the world, but tin can, tin can, tin can. Everyone's dead, and I looted everything I could. Let's see what we got. Let's scrap all those weapons. I'm curious to find out. Alright, where were we? Whoop. Save. Then let's go to the Warwick Homestead and scrap absolutely everything. Peyton Martin says, Oxorn, your game is incredibly laggy. Has anyone ever told you? It's one of the first things people say. I am broadcasting live to 2 different places, YouTube and Twitch, all while trying to run this game on ultra settings, so it's to be expected. Alright. Gotta be careful I don't scrap any of my good weapons. Any apparel? A few pieces. Whoa! Seven steel from a 10mm pistol. That's great. 12 steel from a rifle. I don't see any steel in the laser pistol, so wait a minute. That's bad. Because they got a lot of laser pistols. Oh no, I'm getting lots of screws. 10 steel, steel. Is that it? It felt like way more. Is that it? Oh, that's right, I did get all the junk. Let's deposit my junk. In the moment of truth, how much steel did I get? I got 265 steel on that run, ladies and gents. Should be more than enough to continue with my build. Okay. So where were we? We were in the kitchen, right? Alright, so let's get some tables and shelves. See, this is a kitchen, so I kind of want a card table looking thing. There, that's a good kitchen table. And then we'll have our larder over in that corner. So let's go on over to do-it-yourself. And what's going to be a good food storage shelf? It's a little big. This'll work. There we go. Let's decorate these up with some food. Oh, this mod makes it so much easier to decorate. And then these are kitchen utensils. So let's put these on this table over here. Actually, we're going to need some kitchen supplies on there. So maybe another shelf. Yeah, we've still got all this open space over here. Then let's decorate these up with kitchen utensils. There. Now I just need to use OC Decorator. First, save. Now, let's go to OC Decorator and decorate up this table to make it look more like it's mine. What am I missing? Oh, the kitchen scale. So what decorations do I have? Let's put an enamel bucket down here. An oven mitt. Right there. Oh man, and I don't have any... Oh, I do have a bread box. Good. Bread box. Oh, see, the problem is when you run out of steel, it starts to take many of your decorations. So I don't have a lot of decorations left because they got consumed for steel. Cutting board, that's probably important. And then since we do have an oven here, we're going to need starches, like vegetable starch. And shortening. Oh, and it's good to have a good wooden spoon around every now and then. But I think I need something industrial, like a colander or something. Do I have any of those? Well, there's that. Oh, here we go. An aluminum tray. Maybe they're baking a casserole and they're just trying to get ready for that. Nice picture. Alright, kitchen is looking good. Let's see if we can get some wall decorations up in here. I know that I have a couple of... No, actually, let's go to furniture. shelves. There we go. I've got some kitchen shelves that are already pre-made. Like this one. That can go right above there. Then I believe I also have a pre-filled food shelf somewhere. Here's a pre-filled pots and pans shelf, which can go here. Your video card driver froze and was reset. Please check for possible hardware driver issues. Oh my! Oh my! Am I still on YouTube? Holy cow, my OBS my open broadcast explorer just crashed. So that means I'm off Twitch. Things get a lot better when I'm only streaming to one service at a time. I'm trying to do something, ladies and gentlemen, that is outside the bounds of typical streaming. Usually, people only stream from one camera to one location instead of to both. Looks like YouTube is still fine, but Twitch crashed. And I just tried to start it up again, and it's not responding. Whoo! Well, my CPU usage has completely gone down. Is Open Broadcast Explorer the cause of all of my problems? Wow! My CPU usage went from 100% down to 23% just from stopping my stream on Twitch. I'm using XSplit for YouTube, and I'm using Open Broadcast Explorer for Twitch. And that one software was consuming 75% of my CPU. Why? What on earth? Well, let's try Open Broadcast Explorer one more time. Oh man, it's not working. I can't get it to work. Well, I'm just going to have to go with YouTube. It's going to improve my performance, that's for sure. Alright, well, let me tell everyone over on Twitch what's going on. Alright, well, that was a revelation. Look at that, my frame rates went way up. I was getting like 20 and 30 over here, and now I'm getting around 45. Hey, Altron, why don't you run XSplit for both YouTube and Twitch? I don't know how to do that. I guess I should figure it out. Yeah. Everyone on Twitch is asking me for a link. Yeah. Sure. Let me get that. Let me go ahead and get them a link so that they can join us. And then we'll continue with this build, because we're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting close. Great. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? I was doing something. What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing. I got that. I decorated that. What was I doing? I am so lost. I'll remember later. Let's go towards the bathrooms. Save. Okay, bathrooms. Now, this is an industrial looking place, so I think I want an industrial looking shower. First, actually, let's place toilets. Let's see, how should I do this? Let's see if we can find some bathroom stalls. I remember there being a bathroom stall. I do have a mod that does bathroom stalls, which should make this a lot easier. But I'm not seeing where it's at. Maybe it's in decorations. The problem is that modders, they don't have a consistent way of organizing their stuff. So you never know if they're going to consider something a piece of furniture or a decoration. Or a structure. And I'm guessing that by this time it's not in decorations. Yeah. So let's go to structures. Where is it? Those are shower stalls, but I really want a toilet stall. Could it be in resources? This is weird. I might have to find them out, outside of the program, or when I stop broadcasting. Oh wait, no. That's right, it was part of the Elven Blossoms items mod. Which means it's going to be in here somewhere. There it is! Ha 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 ha! Okay, so I'm thinking... toilets on one side, showers on the other? Yeah. Now, let's see. Alright, this is the door side. Gotta make sure I'm lining this up correctly because these are going to snap to each other. And then let's make sure I chose this right. Yep. Alright, so let's snap these. Oh, no room for the last one. Alright, that's okay. How are these looking? Not too far away from the wall? Yeah, pretty decent. Okay. Now we can go back to furniture, toilets and sinks. This is a good dirty looking one. Looks what I want. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that one. Those ones don't really work well with the animation. Okay, now we need to go to accessories. Get ourselves some toilet paper. Could have sworn. There we go. Looking good. Alright, so let's go to showers. And I want this one. I like this one a lot. I also like how it comes with the drain already installed, so I don't have to do the drains separately. Alright, so I'm going to line these up with the primary beams first, just to make sure that I've got them covered. And then I'm going to go and spread them out a little. Great. Let's put one sink over here. Just a normal sink. Nothing too fancy. Let's see, right. I just realized that this one doesn't have a door. So this will be our sink. Great. Let's go to accessories and let's get ourselves some of these soap trays. Then, let's get ourselves a nice dirty mirror. Place that above the sink. And then maybe some towels. And then over here, I can have a nice stack of towels using do-it-yourself. And let's go to the half towels for the rest. Oh man, it's not letting me. More or less done. We've got the bulk of it done. We've got toilets in there. We've got a nice sink in here. We've got some towels. That actually can be pushed back a bit. Let me push that back a bit. And they do use the sinks, which is great. Alright, so I've got some space in here that I need to fill out, which I'll do later. I haven't quite decided how I want to go about that. I've got my dining. I've got my beds. Haven't decided what I want to use with this place yet. This is probably going to be the warehouse. That's what I'm going to use for the warehouse. Up in here, this is the bedrooms. I've got some just loungy sitting around areas. And then these are all the beds. So, I may go ahead and make a living room area in here. It'll be a small living room, a nice, cozy, compact living room. Safe. I'm amazed at how much better my stream is. I'm shocked that OBS was consuming so many resources on my computer. Okay. Let me move my terminal because I don't want it in the living room. Instead, I want it in the workshop. So I'm going to move my terminal over here. This is where I'll build my workshop eventually. And boy, this is filthy. I wonder if I can get rid of some of these filth decals. Let's try. Nope. No, it's not letting me. I should probably use spring cleaning for that kind of thing. Let's check out some of Elvin Blossom's items, because I forgot that I had that mod installed, and I'm sure she's going to have some great furniture for me to use. For the lounge area here. Oh yeah, nice ripped, torn up red couch and easy chair. That's going to be nice. And I should probably put that there, and move that so the settler can go by. And the TV can go there. Okay. Let's see, what else can I put in here? Well, let's go back to furniture and get ourselves the TV. And I'm going to need that eventually once I find the TV. There it is. Nope, that's not it. It only works with certain ones. There's the one. And it's powered. Great. Then I can set that underneath. Let's test it.
Look, here is the new Band-Aid plastic strip.
It works!
Super Stick. It sticks better than any other bandage.
I'll turn it off for now. And let's decorate the table up with some doodads. Actually, I'm going to put some carpets down. A nice homey carpet. This is a nice one. There we go. Now I can go to OC Decorator and get some smoking accessories. Gotta get these lit cigarettes just right. Great. Now let's go get some beverages. There's a Far Harbor coffee mug. Right there, and then let's get some booze. Let's go back to OC Decorator and get some games and entertainment. There we go, checkerboard. It's tricky. Ah! There we go. And how about a game of Blast Radius under the desk? Beautiful. Okay, what else is this room missing? What is this room missing? Should I put in some gambling machines, I wonder? Let's take a look at what came with Vault-Tec Workshop. They were under resources, weren't they? Problem is I would have to wire it. One gambling machine maybe, or... Yeah, one gambling machine. Let's go to... these guys. There we go. So we've got a gambling machine all wired up. One thing we haven't done yet is lighting, but that's going to be a bear of a thing to tackle. It might not be the most entertaining thing to show on a broadcast. I'll go ahead and do one light on the inside here. And since this is a living quarters, let's go ahead and give it a nice warm chandelier. Oh, that looks good. Let's get a... There's the chandelier. All right. Right in line with that. Look at that. Oh, isn't that cozy? Very, very nice. There's more I could do with this. There's certainly more. But it's looking good for now. And so then here's the boathouse. One thing I do want to do is have some dock/fishing equipment on the dock here. And I forget if it's in decorations or furniture. I'm going to assume decorations for now. So I think it's furniture. Let's go to furniture, miscellaneous, and then I think it's all the way at the end. What I'm looking for are the racks of drying fish. That's going to look great on the dock here. Here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. And then we can set out some other drying racks here. And let's see, should I put some over here? Yeah. Looking good. Well, this settlement is really, really coming along. There are a few little things I need to get done, like I need to finish this whole pavilion area. I want to put a bar over here, and that's going to take me some time to think about that. I need to finish decorating up the living quarters because I haven't put in their personal effects. Let's go check it out really quickly to show you what I mean. Also, I need to completely finish this workshop. Oh, they're getting stuck. They're all piled up. Move. Move. Getting all piled up. All right, so one of the things I need to do is... Oh, wait, no, I went the wrong way. There we go. So I've got furniture out here, I've got a few little containers, but I don't have a lot of personal effects put up, like lamps and lockets and things like that. I need to build the artillery cannon, and I need to put some lighting in all of these buildings. But I'm more or less done, and I think I'm going to take a bit of a break, and then I'll finish this up in time to have a video done by tomorrow morning, showing off this fully completed settlement. But thank you guys for joining me on this broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here, but we had a couple of hours, who knows, maybe 3 hours, building this settlement, and it's been a lot of fun. So thanks very much for joining me. I'm going to be doing more random Let's Play live streams like this here on YouTube, definitely, maybe Twitch, if I can get my Open Broadcast Explorer to work correctly. As one viewer commented, maybe I could get it to work with XSplit, so that I could stream to both at the same time. I'm not sure how that would work, though. I'm going to have to try and figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to figure all that out. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for liking and watching my video this morning on the history of Vim. If you haven't checked it out yet, it was a lot of fun to put together. It's available on my YouTube channel. It's the latest video that I just broadcasted. But I've been up at this for the past 3 hours. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Tune in tomorrow morning for the completed settlement build to see absolutely everything that I finished with this settlement. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until tomorrow morning, I will see you all later. You guys have a fantastic evening.